get this from?
Dollar General.
Dollar General?
Yeah.
What's up with you, bro?
What you mean? what you mean?
You would go to the General but for the tree?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
You said that with confidence.
Yeah, I
The
love
tree done upgraded.
Where? What tree? I ain't going out.
Where? What tree?
They got some value added to their stuff now.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I've been Dollar General. Hands down, DG to the
Not
death of me.
DG.
You still go to Family Dollar too?
Nah, that's disgusting.
No way. What? What?
That's disgusting to
Hey,
me. I'm not.
Different, you know what I'm saying?
You, I don't know if it's my environment, the community I live in, but the Family Dollar isn't inviting.
No, it's not at all.
Every time I walk in there, I'm like, man,
It's nothing family.
y'all don't never
about
have
the
nothing
dollar
I
in there.
want.
Fact.
I want the smallest things. I went there the other day for a bag of hot flamings. They ain't had a bag of hot flamings. You know what I thought? DG would have had hot flamings.
Okay.
You go to Dollar Tree, they got everything in there for $1, but it's all the knockoff stuff. I don't know wrap snacks and crack pops. I'll want what I want. DG got produce now.
For real?
Produce.
I'll smack you if you get some produce
No.
from Dollar General.
You better not.
It was fresh. I got some grapes. And
No, you
He
didn't.
already did.
it was good. It was good too. They was sweet. They was green. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And they wasn't grapes either. But I'm glad you was satisfied.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is, this is the order to go. DG, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar.
Family Dollar definitely lasts, but
Yeah.
DG over Dollar Tree is crazy.
What Dollar Tree got that DG don't better? Like, Dollar General is like the Target of dollar stores.
Okay.
That's-
Now I gotta step in. Now you pushing.
Yeah.
Don't
like,
ever
come
put
on,
Target
man.
with them.
It's the Target of dollar stores.
Oh, that was your only.
Wow.
It's still not. No.
He wants you to know that what's inside of you is like grandmama's greens. So don't give up. Your time is coming.
But don't bring Target into
Don't bring
this.
Target into it
That's
at all.
crazy.
Is this a poverty conversation?
Right. 'Cause I didn't know. I didn't know at all. All right.
Oh, man. I like Target, though. When I go to Target, I feel better about my life.
They did that on purpose.
Just walking in, it's like, I just want to put my nose up.
Right. I need an espresso.
Now you go to Target, it's like, you don't have a Starbucks in here?
Like, you gotta go to Target with your sandals on with no socks. Like, you gotta have your toes out in Target.
Now, a place that gives me, like, warm feelings in my soul.
What?
Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah,
Walmart
yeah.
is so chaotic, and I don't like Walmart.
I don't know. In Walmart, you really learn how to be.
Walmart is after you see, like, at first you see one black person in the neighborhood, then you be like, here they come. Like, that's Walmart.
I don't know. Walmart got
They
everything.
let them all in now.
They do have everything though.
They got everything.
Do they?
Everything that you need for the cheap.
For the cheap, depending on which Walmart you go to.
But I'm lying if I say Walmart the only one. I'm a Meyer man for real. I like me a Meyer, man.
I was in Meyer
Can't
recently.
get into Meyer.
What?
Wow.
I don't know.
Meyer is that store you go to right before you about to hit your next big break and go to Target. It's like right, like Meyer's like for the people that's like, look, I got money, but I don't got that Target. Like
I still coupon.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to give Meyer another round.
Meyer
another
definitely
shot.
above Walmart for sure.
You definitely got to get
It give Target a run for its money, low key. Low key,
Yeah.
just low
I have to
key.
go see. My stores
Give Maya another
TJ
chance.
Maxx. I love TJ Maxx.
Maxx.
I know it's on like a whole different caliber of stores, but that's my store.
You from the zone, ain't you?
Yeah. Why you ask me that? What was that about?
Hey, ever somebody wanted to disrespect you?
Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Hey, you are funny, bro. I don't think I tell you that enough, bro. You are
I'm still
funny.
confused.
TJ Maxx.
I love TJ Maxx.
What is it about TJ Maxx that do it for you?
It's the variety of
It's
things
different
that they
because she a
have.
woman.
Hold
bro.
on, it's the variety. Say it again.
The variety of things that they have.
It's
In
'cause
terms
she a
of
woman.
retail,
You sound like everybody on the commercials. I walk in and it's just the variety of everything that they
It
have.
literally
It's because
is.
she a woman, bro. 3/4 of the store is for women. That's all.
true.
That's why you
Yeah.
can't get with it. They did not have us in mind when
Y'all
they
got
made
that one
store.
little section. Y'all
Facts.
section cool, but
Facts.
it ain't really.
It's not cool
So
at,
TJ
at
Maxx,
all, actually.
TJ Maxx really like sexist.
Alright.
If
But they
that's where you
included.
wanna go.
They
I mean,
included that section.
Don't say you include like, oh, we gave y'all a little corner. At first, the corner, we need more than that.
Why don't you write a letter?
No, why don't you write a letter on our behalf?
I don't.
Equal rights. Hey, you supposed to do that on our behalf. You the one in there seeing it. You should not like it. You should be
You the
so
one brought
disturbed.
it up. I'm not disturbed.
But
by it
you like the variety. You like going in there and like, this is our space. No boys allowed.
It's men in TJ Maxx all the time.
Not a lot of them, because we don't got enough.
They're still there. They make up a small percentage.
Little guys.
They
Yeah.
work there
Yeah.
in the stock room.
Right. Yeah, what they all got on? They all got red polos on. Is TJ
Do
colors?
They don't have a.
Is it red?
They don't have a dress
Yeah,
code.
nah, they don't.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I like Taco Bell.
Yeah, you do.
That's my spot.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
especially when you was in Columbus
All right, calm down.
every night.
I didn't even have to
That
tell
boy
you what I
at
was
Taco
doing.
Bell.
I could have lied and said I was doing something else. I didn't even have to tell you what I was doing. And the fact that I did, and you gonna like put that out there like that?
I'm just agreeing with you. That mean I listen to you.
I mean, okay.
It's no secret how you be going hard for Taco Bell.
right.
And you just brought it up. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, you right.
You didn't have to do it.
I like the bill.
Like, who get under the bus and be like, don't get on here though. Like, under there on your own.
I don't know. I think I got my wisdom teeth pulled a couple years ago, and the only thing I was eating was like Jello and them little bean, like the little wraps they got. And I think ever since then, that's what did it. Cause I was eating those like every day. That's the only food I eat.
Mm-hmm.
What? Bean wraps?
Like the mash. What was
Like
it?
bean burritos.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your Taco Bell story?
I'm giving you the story of why I started to like it.
That was your comfort then, so you.
And then once I was able to like use
Okay.
that's when I was like, oh yeah. I want to get the crunch, super supreme. Cause now I can use my teeth.
Nah.
Yeah.
What you get from Taco Bell though?
Nah. Breakfast is that.
See, you ain't gonna talk about me. Now, I never went to breakfast. I don't like their breakfast. I tried it once. The eggs was too runny. Cheese wasn't cheesing it enough for me. Nope.
Most places that I don't eat anymore, I'd be like, well, they breakfast is okay. But Taco Bell was nothing but a stomach ache for me for the portion
All
of
right.
my life.
I'm gonna say one more restaurant, and then we done with restaurants.
Okay.
White Castles. I love these White Castles.
You could still eat White Castles, bro?
I go through
You got
these
a different
spurts where I
stomach,
like
bro.
crave it.
For real?
You got
People talk about White Castles like that, but I'm like, man.
Oh, it
You
turned
can
my
only-
stomach up.
Yeah. Oh, dang. And you still young.
Yeah.
I say you could eat White Castle till about 25. After that, it's over with.
You know what though? I can't get life to that. Cause I go out of town looking for White Castles, and for real, For real. One of the things, you know how everybody got like this invisible list of like, you know, I want my partner to do this or be into this, you know.
You not about to say White Castles or Taco Bell's on that list.
If she look at me and she say, "Look, I'm cool with some White Castles,"
That's your.
She
You get down on one knee
She might be my wife.
over White Castle.
Oh, White Castles. But nah, for real though.
They breakfast fire though.
Yeah.
Them breakfast sandwiches fire for sure.
Honestly, I used to be on
a
a French toast bad when I was a kid. I don't know what it was.
Everybody's French toast is trash. Everybody.
You think so?
Yes. Especially we talking about French toast sticks. Trash.
I just used to love them.
Trash. Complete trash. And they almost never cook them right. They always overcooked. That
is true.
Trash.
Nah, I can't agree with that. The only trash French toast sticks I ever had was from Wendy's. I'm like, I don't know why y'all even tried this.
Oh yeah, they hyped them up.
Of course.
But Burger King, I like they French toast sticks.
Trash.
I do. I mess
Burger
with they
King,
French
they
toast
soft in the
sticks,
middle.
too.
They got the hard. I like.
So what type of French toast sticks do you enjoy?
I don't. I get some from Kroger, but you gotta make my French toast at home for sure.
I get you. I mean, I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
that's one of the ones. Is like, nah. I mean, when we went to Toast and Berry, that was decent. That was pretty good.
Back?
Shoot today.
I'm busy today.
So
That's why I asked so we could plan in advance.
Something real crazy, and it really been bothering me because it don't be like this until it's time to do this. I am not sick. I do not battle allergies or none of that. As soon as it's time to sit down and do this, mass mucus. Every time. Every single time.
That mean we doing something.
Yeah.
That mean we doing something.
Every single time.
And he trying to shut you up.
Bro, I was going to say that
talk.
when the mic came because every single time I can be completely fine. When it's time to mic up, the whole episode, I'm and like, bruh.
Trying to limit that speech.
Maybe so. I peeped it though.
You got it.
It ain't gonna stop me, but I was just sharing that with y'all because I could share that with y'all. Y'all understand.
Just to circle back real quick. I had White Castles the other day, and my stomach did feel a little off for the first time. I got something crazy. It was late night, and I ended up getting something I wouldn't normally get.
Bro, that's how they get. How they was getting us.
I
Late
got,
night. You probably wasn't intoxicated, but most of the time intoxicated. Late night, and you're gonna fill your stomach with grease, cheese, onions. I don't want to talk about what that meat is.
What is that meat?
And I got the impossible meat too.
You trash.
Cause you know I ain't eating nothing. So
yes,
I got 2 impossible sliders, some onion chips, and some fries. And I love that onion chips, the zesty sauce.
Oh, I ain't never tried that.
It's good. But
that's crazy.
I was gonna say I didn't want to look over.
That's crazy.
I didn't even want to look over.
Live your life, bro.
Duh.
That's
wow.
Good. That's wild. He's standing on it. That's crazy.
If anybody looking at this, they know that this sounds fire.
Bro, okay.
You should have known you weren't getting involved with that.
Yeah.
Hey, live your life, bro. I love you.
Everybody doubt it till they get a little zesty in their life.
Whoa, okay, you should have just chilled where you was at. You took it there.
Hey, nah.
What's up, team? What's going on? How y'all doing?
I'm good.
I like that shirt, man. I like that color, that cream on you. Cream color. That's a reach. Nah, that's a reach.
Is that a reach?
Yeah.
Is that a reach? Hey, I said zesty sauce from White Castles.
That's the only reason you just took it that way is because you segued.
You didn't see how big your eyes got?
Yeah, like you were waiting on a moment.
That's why I'm so weak.
Yeah, like
your eyes
I said zesty sauce from White Castles, and you took it there. You just said I like that cream
bro.
on you. What? Not cream color.
That's literally what I just said.
It took too long.
No, I presented it that way.
Because I said zesty sauce.
And we both can see what color that is. Zesty sauce is insane. That's insane. Zesty sauce? Come on, bro. We not doing that. He just reached so hard for that. You was waiting for a moment.
I was not waiting for a moment.
Yes, you was, bro. You still salty about that because you like zesty sauce. It's cool. Enjoy
Stop
your
saying it like this. Stop saying it like
Hey,
enjoy my zest,
bro.
Okay.
That's on you.
Wow.
But I was trying to big you up, give you your flowers. The shirt fires. The shirt not
Thank you. I
fire.
appreciate it though. Thank you.
With the Captain Rat.
Yeah.
I mean, from work too. He really
Right.
repping. Shout out to you.
I'm telling you right now, this is when you reach old head status. I looked at this hat this morning. I said,
There you go.
That's when you officially like just don't care. You just older. Cause I'm like the colors match.
We was having this conversation. Me and my wife was talking about the the subtle racism, and so this chick was talking about how she had on a university sweatshirt, and Shorty gonna hit her with, "Oh, are you a fan?"
Or
Like that.
or like
to
I
most
couldn't
people,
attend. I couldn't attend a school.
Most people that would have went over, but it's like a fan. Yeah. But yeah.
I would have fed. I was like, no, I'm not a fan. My parents just built a new wing. they just built a new
Way
wing.
less. They just signed their name on one of the bricks outside,
Yeah, for
top
real.
donor, but yeah, whatever.
Right. The nerve of people, man. The nerve.
That's what be really going on out here.
But to answer your question, I'm doing fantastically well.
That's great. I'm glad to hear
I
that.
just like using fantastically well. I'm like, should I change it up? I'm like, nah.
Nah,
Fantastically well.
that's great. That's zesty. Go ahead. How about you though? How you doing? How you feeling?
Hey, bro. Time out, bro. Time out. What you not gonna do? You're not gonna big cuz me on this pod and talk to me like that. That's what you. I'm putting my foot down. We not a little no more. You can't do that.
I don't
It's
know
that
what
zest
you're
in you.
talking about,
You got come on, bro. This is a faith-based podcast.
I threw the audio went on a tangent. We surpassed that.
That's what you're doing with? Anyway, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very good.
That's great.
What about you, Don?
Man, you know, I feel amazing myself,
Mhm.
if I do say so. And I do say so. I feel real good, you know. I feel like I'm back. Because I wasn't me for a minute.
Mhm.
But I'm back.
Back like, oh wait, black president back? Or back like Back to the Future?
I like how you reaching out, out what we know. And I know it's faith-based, but cook crack is what we know. Like, that's what we know. Back like cook crack. Sorry.
Hey,
That's what we know.
look.
Yes,
you
I'm
were
back.
saying.
I looked at you and I wanted to say, my mind started scrambling. Like, what's another one?
What's another one that's crazy?
I'm sorry, Lord. That's
Bro,
what we know.
the fact that you just came out and just said it like that, I tried so hard to avoid
He
it.
tried to
I'm like, I'm
paint
not.
it real
But
cute.
you made it even. Doing
I'm
that
like,
just
is
made
I just
it.
gonna say it?
Yeah, like you might as well. Like I never heard nobody preach and say back like something that we could run with. I'm sorry. And I never seen cook crack in my life. I don't even know what that means.
Cook crack. I mean, anyway. But so I played a video right before we started, and I just wanted to talk about it just real quick. We don't got to stay on it for a long time, but like I was saying, this guy I went to school with has been sending me this different stuff, like little conversation starter type of stuff, like that he be seeing, and I think a lot of people feel like our generation is lost, and I think it's way more good than it is bad. It's just that the bad is highlighted.
Always.
But it's a lot of people that's operating in the flesh, and wanting to please their flesh. And what happens when you do that, you find similar people that, agree with your methods because you've been hurt or whatever. When I heard that video, I just heard a room full of people that been hurt, didn't let go of something, or, just outright disagree with foolishness. So now you're going to agree with the fact that you should have sexual intercourse with a person before you really know them, thinking that that's protecting you, which is like the biggest form of deceit if I ever seen deceit in my life. Like, who told you that? It made it sound good to the point where you think you can give yourself to somebody at a level of, I can control what happens after this. I can give you this piece, but like it's like letting the enemy in. I can let you in the back door, but you better stay in the kitchen. You can't go nowhere else. It's like, but it don't work like that. So, I mean, I don't know how to fathom it. I've never been cut like that. So when I hear stuff like that, I'll be like, oh my gosh, is anybody? Like, how? How do you do it?
I have something to say, but
Go ahead,
I was
say
like,
it.
before I get in my bag.
Nah, go ahead, get in your bag.
Hey, you stupid. All right, let's slow walk this a little bit.
That's good. That's best walk for a big man.
Give you time to warm up, get the heart flowing, blood flowing.
Can't shock it. You just can't come out the gate.
Hey, slow down. Slow down.
Whoa, Nelly.
Oh man, that's crazy too.
Why are you such an old
Yeah, hey, what? Whoa, Nelly. Man, you mentioned being hurt. Your immediate first question after the video was, "Who hurt you?" So a big portion of people, that's how they arrive at that. That's how most people arrive at the ideals that they agree with, or whatever they put forth is through whatever experiences that they had. Mm-hmm. Never mind where you was at when these things happened, where what your mindset was, what your maturity level was, whatever. Things happen. Things that shouldn't have happened. Some of them may not have been your fault at all. So that's one part of it. And then you said people that just support foolishness. One thing with that that I just want to highlight more and more and more through every conversation is that what things boil down to is the spirit that's operating in people and the amount of knowledge that they have, about whatever that is. Like, you got people who do not possess the manifested spirit of God in them. They don't. And so the way they think, the way they digest situations and experiences, and what they're willing to agree with, especially things that the world put forth, it's so easy to jump on board because what's their connection to it? They feelings, they, emotions. So when that's what's connecting to whatever we talking about or whatever we relating to, then it's easy to just be on board with it. Mm-hmm. I've been saved for a long time, but that don't mean I always live like it. When I was doing my thing, when I wasn't married, when I was single, when I decided I wanted to live my life a certain way, I would have agreed with that. I'd have been cool with that, right? I think we all been in that space in our lives where I'm doing my thing. I'm out here, the circle of friends I had, the homies that I had, we wasn't talking about how we was trying to save ourselves till marriage. That wasn't the conversation. Like, we hadn't even graduated yet, and people was doing what they was doing. So I'm seeing that, and I hear what you might have said on Sunday or whatever, but this is what I'm seeing every day. So I'm trying to see what's to that. And so when you in that lifestyle, and I wasn't thinking about no righteous, none of that would have registered to me. Even if somebody would have been trying to get in my ear about that, I'm going off of what feel good. I'm going off of all of that. Mm-hmm. I'm going off of all of that. The only difference that happens is when that righteous spirit is activated in you because you see things totally different. Like, and as much as we was told to abstain, nobody ever really went deep into like what sexual intercourse is really about, what that connection is really meant for. And if you worldly or you not saved, then you won't understand that no way.
Right.
You won't understand that no way. It's almost like we shouldn't be shocked. Because it's like, well, I mean, of course, that's the world is all about test drive the car first. Like, you ain't just gonna go in and get no car and then warm up to it later. Like, nah, let me see what's on the dash. Let me see how it handle. Like, let me go ahead and take this out. Then I'll make my decision. And that's what the world equates to relationships. It's totally different mind frame when we start talking about what God intended, what God ordained, what God purposed, what he like. That's a totally different conversation.
Right.
And then you remember we was talking about that the clip that we listened to from Miles on that app about just talking about sex and you know how we learn about it, what the conversations is growing up. I don't know what age I might have ever had the sex talk. To be completely honest, I pretty much never did. Like, never sat down and talked about.
I was in somebody's classroom. I didn't. We didn't have. I didn't have a talk.
Yeah, I was that kid at school that somebody showed a video, and I'm just like, "What is this?" And they like, "What do you mean?"
I ain't gonna lie. The first time a kid showed me a video, bro, had my mind gone for like the whole day. I'm like, "What did I just watch?"
Like, so
what is that?
Yeah. if that show exposing into what it is, you're not taught about the how special it really is, that it is a spiritual experience. Like, you if you don't, most people that you run into don't understand that almost everything that we experience on a day-to-day basis is a spiritual experience.
Right.
Because we spirit beings. We spirit beings. You cannot X out that part of your existence and not think that different things cause things to enter into your spirit. That's why it's so foolish for people to just be running around talking about, I'm spiritual. You don't even know what that means. You have no idea what that means. And the enemy is so subtle. You mentioned deceit. He's so subtle that he's not going to present things to you in a way where it's easy for you to be like, whoa, that's something that could harm me.
Right.
We're going to give it to you on a golden, not silver, a golden platter.
Right.
With stuff that look great, with stuff that even looks good and positive and beneficial. And people take the bait. So then you end up in a situation where you've been hurt. You lost your virginity at a time that you shouldn't have, with somebody that you shouldn't have, which, by the way, probably still to this day, you're probably still walking around from whatever spirits was deposited from that exchange, because that's what happens.
Right.
However many partners you've had, there's a spiritual deposit that you receive from all of those partners, whether it was 5, 10, 20 or more. There's a spiritual deposit that if you have not done what's necessary and brought it before God to get some type of redemption for that, you're still walking around with that.
Wow.
And it affects your emotions. It affects how you think. It affects so much. Again, we are spirit beings. You cannot disconnect that from any experience you have. Eating, drinking, watching, listening. Whatever senses that you experience, those are portals. And you will invite stuff into your spirit that you are not protecting because you are ignorant. And people don't just be walking around teaching this. You know, even in a lot of fellowships and congregations, that's not being taught.
Right.
So what I'm going off of is the senses that I'm experiencing that I like. So if I think that I can separate the two, then yeah, like, let's go ahead and, you know, especially as men, because that's what's put forth. Like, as a man, it's much easier to, you know, get it in, detach, whatever, and move on. And also during that act, it's literally us that's releasing and y'all receiving. Like, literally, like, that's literally physically what's happening. However, again, we both walk away from that having something deposited in us spiritually. So you can't disconnect it. You can't. Even if you forget that person, even if you cut ties with that person, even if you like, I don't rock with them no more, like that stuff is still there. Just like when you eat something and you got potato chips and chicken and stuff that you ate 5 and 10 years ago that's still somewhere in your body. Like that, and cleansing and fasting becomes so important because that's how you detox. It's the same way.
So you don't ever detox, you holding on to stuff that you don't even know you holding on to. And then you say things like, oh, I don't know why I'm feeling like this. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know why I'm thinking like this. I didn't used to think like this. And it's like you don't know where it come from, but you had something and you don't know that, hey, I got to get rid of this. Right. So if we treated everything like you just said, like, you know, we got to get cleansed from this, our lives might be better. Our minds might be more focused. And
not might be, would be. Yeah. Because the only way that you can rid yourself is, first of all, you got to come into that knowledge, which most people don't have that knowledge. Ignorance is our biggest demise, not knowing. So the enemy like, oh, well, I got you because you don't know. You don't know. So you're going to be bound, you're going to be in bondage, whatever. And if you're not a believer, if you're not saved, you're not even his target anyway.
Right.
I've been had you.
Right.
But you,
right,
man of God, you gonna be ignorant too? I'm gonna use you primarily to do what I need to do. Cause it sound even 10 times better coming from you. You a man of God. I'm gonna use you to deceive other people.
He said it sound 10 times better. Like that man Jamal Bryant going to that gay church. Talking about I apologize on behalf of the black church for the things that they did to you.
Had sent?
Huh?
You sent us that video, didn't you?
I don't know. I probably did.
That.
I don't know.
This is my first time hearing that.
What?
Yeah.
Man, this man went to a church with 2 male pastors. They married or whatever. He went to the church and preached. And then after, I guess, they had like a little conversation. And this man went and apologized on behalf of the black church for how they treated them. And if you ever felt like you weren't accepted, and yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It's a lot of deceit going around. And I just thought about that because you just said what you just said. Like, man of God, if I can come for you.
You don't think like you don't think it was a bunch of Christians at that where she was just at speaking? You don't think it was Christians in the audience cheering her on? You don't think it was Christians there talking about, yeah, girl, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah. Like, he loved to use us because the ignorance. So you don't know that you're supposed to guard your heart, protect your spirit, and be mindful of all the things that you
be mindful of. Oh, that's the word, because we not even thinking about what we doing and how we doing it. You know, now I get to the point now where when I go somewhere, if I want to eat something, I pull out my phone and I look up the nutritional value and everything that I want, everything that looks good before I order it or whatever. I'm like, okay, let me see what this is. What is this giving me? If it's giving me the things that I need. I recently met a guy at the gym, and he was telling me about, hope I say this right, quinoa.
Yeah, quinoa.
Yeah. He was telling me about it and how much protein is in it. And he's like, man, I don't eat rice no more because what is rice doing for me? He said, I got goals that I need to hit protein-wise. So why would I eat rice and it's literally not doing nothing for me? It's just there. When you can eat this and at least you get some protein out of it, you getting something. So it's like now from that smallest thing, it's like, okay, all the way across the board, not just eating, but like, you know, your physical, your body, your spirit, everything. What am I putting into that? What's the nutritional value? What is it giving me? Or is this there? It's making me heavier. It's making me feel weighed down. Why am I putting this in my body? Why am I even considering, because it feel good, or it tastes good, or everybody at my table got it and they loved it. So why don't I get it?
Because it's easier.
Yeah. So
I mean, detach this from my happiness or my joy. I mean, I can be obese and still be happy. I can be unhealthy and still be happy. Right. So it's about separating things from one another. Like, that's not the same thing. That don't got nothing. You can do that and do it. Like, but no, you can't. No, you can't. Like, it's so many portals inside this body to get to what's in here, and that's the most important part. That's the most important part. That's why I love how you be tying in, you know, when you be throwing out there like your body is a temple, like the Holy Spirit deserve a mansion, not a rundown shack. Like, people don't be presenting fitness like that. But that's so important because all this stuff is connected.
Right.
All this stuff is connected because you can be as saved as you want to be, blood washed, tongue talking, all of that, and you can't jog down the street to the end of the block. That's not to take a shot at nobody or shame you or anything, but if you know that your body is a temple,
right?
I literally just talked to my kids about this yesterday. I asked them, I said, what's a temple? It's a place of safety, right? Like it's a refuge, right? It's people go and worship there, but there's different things that you could use a temple for, but something is supposed to reside or live in there.
Right.
So if your body is a temple, what does that tell you? Something's living on the inside of there. So why would you disrespect this in any way? Why would you give anything or anybody entry into here?
Right.
Carelessly or recklessly. Like, I feel like I just went on a long thing.
Oh, you did, but it was needed.
Right.
It was needed.
It had me thinking about a lot of stuff of just how to get to the point to where she was in that video, it had to come from a place of, like y'all said, hurt. But then just accepting, like, the way I've been treated or the way that, you know, the experiences that I've had with giving myself away to people, that's cool. It's going to always be like that. Instead of one-upping those experiences and saying, like, no, it is somebody out there that's going to treat me right once I do give them myself even after that. And it's all about being disciplined, too, and not going off of your emotions and feeling like, well, it's going to happen. It's cool. But knowing that even when I'm falling into that temptation or when I feel like I need to, you know, be sexual with somebody, you have to take a step back and be like, what am I going to gain from this? What harm is this going to cause me? And yeah, you be like, who knows how long I'm going to be celibate for, but it's going to be all worth it.
We so much on the surface level and we operate like we got so much time. You know, I mean, and we all do it. I mean, I have been in situations where I would do something I know I'm not supposed to do because in my mind, I got time to fix it. You know, sticking on, like, you know, what we put in our bodies, and we, like, just go back to food. I would eat something that I know I'm not supposed to eat. Next week, I'll be in the gym all week. So this little bit of what I had, I'll work that right off. So now we on the surface level and we so nonchalant about the harmful things because we think we got time to get rid of it or, you know, change from it, come out of it or whatever. And how many times are we going to put ourselves in situations like that until we stuck? Like,
under the guise of, oh, that ain't gonna hurt. That
yeah,
ain't gonna do nothing. You good? Like that ain't.
A little yada yada ain't never hurt nobody.
Right.
Like no, it actually has hurt a lot of people. It starts off with a little.
Yeah.
And like,
like you don't just one day no, them little things add up. Like 100 pennies is still $1, right? Yeah. I said that right? That math still mathing today?
Yeah,
I know we don't use pennies no more, but it's still $1, right? Okay, cool. And if you get more pennies, you can still get to $100 and more. It's a lot of pennies, but just being careless, man, that's a penny.
But then also thinking about it in terms of time and how God's time is not our time. Sometimes we feel like when we're in situations or we have to sustain from certain things that, I'm going to have to be like this for forever until what I'm worth or what God has for me is going to come, and that's going to take years. But we never know how God is going to operate in that small time frame of discipline, and he really sees that you're being disciplined, that you're really trying, and you seeking him for what you know he has called for you to do or called for you to have. It can happen so quick because his time is not our time and vice versa. But it really just depends on the situation. Now, like you said, gym and eating right, you can't prolong that because that's going to start to show, like, in your body and your health. But the fact that, you know, just going back to that video, sustain it and really taking care of your temple, God can see that you've been taking care of your temple for 3 months, then you meet somebody and then y'all married. That's just how, and of course that looks crazy in the real world, but when it's all attached to God, you just never know.
Yeah, time. Like, that's so important to talk about time because it is certain, like, you have to gauge certain things because with certain things, like, okay, I need to do this immediately. But then with other things, it's like, okay, I need to pace myself because there's no rush. Like, but you need to put everything in its proper category. Like, for, eating well and whatever, I need to hurry up and do that.
Right.
Because my health can deteriorate like that. And sometimes it's a lot the road to get back, we talked about that. The road to get back sometimes is a lot longer than it took to fall off.
Exactly.
But something like a sexual experience, no, I don't need to hurry up and get into that. And we hate thinking that we have to be patient or wait for something, but we only feel like that because we're watching everybody else. You don't feel like that just for you. You feel like that because so and 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 them over there and them over there. That's why you feel like that.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you don't even realize how long something has been until somebody else brings it up.
Right.
Like
You see the after effect. It's like social media has really tore up a lot of people's mindsets and lives because they got like this clock in their head that don't tell the time right. So it's like, I gotta have it now. They got it now. It's like, no, they post it now. Like they didn't have it now. And it's like you looking at it and you realize thinking that your life is not going nowhere, you're not doing the right things because you scrolling. My thing is you might just be taking too much time scrolling. Like you looking at somebody else live their life and it makes you depressed about where you at, but you're scrolling.
Yeah.
Like you need to go live your life and do the things you want to do instead of crying about where you not. Cause it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
And that goes into knowing who you are in God and his plan and his purpose for you, and understanding that your journey, of course, is going to be way different from everybody else, but knowing the purpose of the journey and understanding where you are in every moment and how it leads up to the ending point.
Yeah.
And you know, going back to the video and really like where it started, giving somebody something too fast will always be something that in some way it's going to be a turn off, or it's going to be something that I keep in my back pocket. That was always a red flag to me. If something was too easy, why would I have a certain level of respect for you?
Yeah.
Even if I myself am a good person or whatever and my intentions are good,
We can't
that's
ignore the elephant in the
always
room.
going to
Like
be...
you just tossed that to me like a football.
Yeah, that's
like,
always going to be in the back of my mind.
Right.
Like, man, that was too easy. Like, and that's for anything. I can just walk up and ask for $100. You just going to give it to me? Back pocket. Like, we ain't going to forget that. Like,
right.
and that's, you set yourself up to be used and manipulated. You set yourself up to be used and manipulated. Like, where is your guard? Where is your protection? You can't decide
because
one
people
party
think,
was not valuable.
People think no boundary is a boundary. Like, I don't have to have no boundary set up, and
because I already know what's going on. And
right,
I planned this, and
I'm protecting
knew.
myself.
No.
Like, you think you protecting yourself.
You keeping yourself in that same cycle of never living up to your standards and up to your word.
Exactly.
And I mean, going back to the time thing, you got to be willing to allow time to pass, because what I set forth as the standard for myself or the boundary for myself is going to be that. You should be okay with that no matter how long it take. And we got to understand that, you know, we serve a God who operate in time, but he don't live in time. God is in eternity. This a box that was created for us to thrive.
And time's so dope, man. People don't understand how dope time is and how it really protects us from that, from these permanent things. Like,
it's a blessing.
It's
bro.
a blessing.
It's
because
a blessing,
if everything we did was eternal, like the pain, little, you know, aches, whatever it is, it's like if that was eternal.
Stub your toe in eternity is crazy.
Hit your funny bone in eternity.
Hey! People don't understand time is
like, you all right, bro? I had my funny bone last year.
Oh man,
bruh.
Yeah.
That's
but
sad.
I mean, we talk to people that are believers, but we also run in and talk to people that aren't. So the people that's operating outside of the will, the people that don't, you know, believe, you know, they have a different way of thinking, because we live to please God. They live to please flesh.
Right.
So it's like when we say things like this, it kind of like go in one ear out the other.
Yeah.
So it's that trial and error. It's that constant pain, that constant getting hit that makes you realize like, oh, okay, my way doesn't work. Yeah. Because we all want control. That's what we fight for. I want control over my life, over what I like, over what I do. So you try to make things make sense of this is what makes me happy. because you have nobody else you're trying to please. So if you're happy, you good. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you don't like it. I'm happy. This is what I'm doing. And it ain't until your happiness isn't enough till you run for cover. And I just think people that talk like that, they haven't had that true encounter yet. Mm-hmm. They haven't hit, that bottom place where it's like, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
True. And that's why all we can offer them is Christ.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like that's it for real, because just like you said, everything we saying to somebody who don't have Christ, they don't care. They can even admit that it makes sense and sound good. But how many things have you heard like that sound good? Mm-hmm. And you didn't follow up on it. It sounded real good. Yeah. But I ain't got that today. That's a deal. That's a good deal. Y'all have a good one. Right. And peace on up out of there. Right. So that's really all that we can offer them people. But the energy and the effort goes to the people that claim they do have Christ but still are ignorant on certain things. Mm-hmm. That's where we got to focus and channel our energy into them.
Do you think it's environment? I think environment plays a lot into someone's thinking, like the influences around them.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Absolutely. Because it's like, say, person grew up in the church, they know God, but everything that they see, like you said, like when we was in school, everything I see isn't that I know to be true. So it's
or at least believe.
At least believe. So it's like who I'm around, it's like it's influencing the way I move and the way I walk, especially when I'm already ignorant and I'm watching this person that's, I know, living foul, they living wrong, they shouldn't be doing what they're doing, but they got a better life than me and mine on the outside when we talking about just materials and all that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, do we not understand how serious the spirit is?
No, we don't. A lot of us don't.
Because we all on the surface. Like,
because we grow every day, and the more we're consistent within our spirit, so much that we just learn. So many levels to just keep reaching and keep reaching.
You know what I heard this, that one song I was saying, I don't know if I was talking, I don't know who I was talking to, but it was a song that I'm just a nobody. Trying to tell
favorite song. So look, who I was talking to.
He was talking to us.
So okay, look. So I'm listening to the song the other day again because it's good.
It is a banger. It is a banger.
You be crying too.
So look, I'm listening to the whole song and he started telling his story, and he started saying like how he was like on drugs or whatever, and nobody he had hit rock bottom or whatever, and then he met God, and it took him out of that, right? But I'm listening to the song, I'm saying, but he's still homeless. So I'm like, he's singing a song about how God took me out of this place, and it wasn't until the encounter with God till I realized that he's all I need. Mm-hmm. And he's still talking about how people don't want to listen to me because I'm in this space. And it clicked for me because I'm like, it really is spiritual. Because he still didn't have no money. He still didn't have nowhere to go. Mm-hmm. He didn't have no place. But I got God. Mm-hmm. And now I'm singing this song about how God brought me out of something. But it's like, on the outside looking in, it's like, what did he bring you out of? You still on the street.
Right.
I was in a dark place. Mentally. Mm-hmm. Spiritually, I was gone. He brought me out of that. And it's like, just hearing the song, it just made me think, like, man, this dude is really telling people how your spirit is important. Yeah. Not the material things, not what you think, you need to have in life. It's just, and if a man on the street that don't have a roof can be happy and satisfied with our Father, what are we really chasing? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that make sense? It's kind of long. I'm trying to bring it together, but I'm listening to the song and I'm like that's.
But also it's levels, because it's like, and that's why sometimes God will keep us somewhere to give you time to really master it and to give you time to reach who he needs you to reach on that level. But it's levels, because as you keep growing in God and you keep continuing to learn, you build on that. So God didn't save you to just have you homeless, but that's a part of your testimony. But there's another level that he'll take you to if you keep growing, if you keep going. Like you was just saying, a lot of times we get a piece of a revelation from God, or God bring us out of one thing and we just pitch a tent right there, like, oh, okay, cool, this where we at. But it's like, yeah, I brought you out of there. That's part of your testimony. Share that. But I want to keep going. Like, it's more that I want to do. So I didn't just want to bring you out that one thing. No matter how heavy it was, I brought you out of that. Share that so somebody can see that I move like that.
Right.
And whatever season I need to keep you there, I'm gonna keep you there for that season. But it's more than I got for you. Like, we gotta always be pressing to know more. You can't never be satisfied with wherever you at spiritually, because it's always more to know. It's always more to know. Right? And always a place to go further, a place to go higher. So as soon as you feel like you hit that plateau, that's when it's time, okay, kick it up a notch.
That's one of the things that I identified after high school. Because when I played sports, you had a game every week. And no matter what you did that week prior, it's a new week. You got a new game. So you couldn't really dwell too much on the win. You could be excited about the win. You got 24 hours to be happy about it. But now we training for the next plateau. That's
plateau. Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's
where it was at.
That's where you was at, because he was saying how you got to keep going. It's levels.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you have to keep working, because we got a new game. We got new competition. We got all that. So we can't just sit in it. We want you to feel happy. We want you to feel good and be excited about the victory. But if we stay there too long, we miss the opportunity to prepare and go to the next challenge. Right. The next area where God needs us to be. Because, it's a lot of times where you so hyped up on the victory. You see teams do it all the time. They hopped up on that first victory, and then the rest of the season sucks. Yeah. And it's like, you didn't prepare. You still gone off of but you remember how we did on week 1? Like, we in week 9. You ain't had a week. You ain't had a week like that since. It's like, so it's this. The preparation part of it, I think everybody enjoy like that, the progress, but nobody enjoy the process. Nobody wants to put in that work.
The process is crazy.
Preach. Talk that process talk.
Yeah, the process sucks.
It does.
Facts. Get them out of Philly. I'm just playing.
The process is like a wave of
you sick.
Everything.
Yeah. What you saying?
I was saying that process. The process is like a wave of everything. Of like, it's really a roller coaster for real.
Nah, don't say it. Don't call it that. Roller coaster's fun.
If you ain't scared of them.
Yeah, roller coasters do have that moment. You be like, oh, that was a good one. And you come down, and then you get back excited again.
Hold on, you like roller coasters?
I love roller coasters.
For real? I'm the only one here afraid of heights.
You don't like roller coasters?
I am terrified of heights. Like, I will forget how to walk.
This man be on roofs and everything.
Look, time out.
See how God called you out your comfort zone?
Whoa, keep on stopping. Look, let me
follow this my hobby.
It's like grandmama's greens. So don't give up. Your time is coming.